All right, welcome to Art from the Love Shack. We are not at the Love Shack today. We're out in the woods, and we are going to be creating some sculptures in the style of Andy Goldsworthy. Andy Goldsworthy is an environmental artist, and he used natural objects to make sculptures, which sometimes didn't last very long. So some of his sculptures lasted a long time, or they're meant to stay around for forever. And some sculptures, maybe only last 1 hour or 1 week. So you can use the objects that are near you, like sticks and leaves, feathers, rocks, anything that you can find to create a sculpture in the style of Andy Goldsworthy. Let's see how it goes. Today for our project, we're going to be focusing on the artist named Andy Goldsworthy. He's a British sculptor and photographer and environmentalist who produces site-specific sculptures and land art situated in natural and urban settings. He lives and works in Scotland. From the age of 13, he worked on farms as a laborer. He has likened the repetitive quality of farm tasks to the routine of making sculpture. A lot of my work is like picking potatoes. You have to get into the rhythm of it. Andy Goldsworthy uses natural materials found in the environment, such as colored flowers, icicles, leaves, mud, pine cones, snow, stone, twigs, and thorns. He often uses his bare hands, teeth, and found tools to prepare and arrange the materials. Most of his sculptures are not intended to be permanent. As you can see, they're made out of natural materials, and if the wind blew or if the water levels rise, it would just destroy his sculpture. So sometimes his sculptures last a month or so, but sometimes his sculptures last only minutes. So after he creates the sculptures, he makes sure that he takes a great photograph of it. All right, so what we've done so far is some of the teams, well, we're actually split up into two teams, and Carly and Zoe are working together on their sculpture.
Right here now.
So they are, they've gathered some materials, and they've already started to dig and build. So this reminds me also, Andy Goldsworthy used things that he found on site to help with this project. So. All right, so we're getting a little update on your sculpture over here. We have, looks like they have a lean-to type structure.
Yes.
And like a passageway or a door. Mm-hmm. And they have found some big sticks. They're working with large things. Yeah. So far.
And then we're gonna decorate the roof of it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then over to my area. I found this rotted wood that's kind of orange, and I was kind of trying to emphasize this green patch in the middle. So I guess I'm gonna keep building this up, like maybe like walls, and just see where my sculpture goes from there. All right, so Caroline has jumped in to help with my sculpture, and she's making
Pinecone people.
Pinecone people, and there's a pinecone person inside of my sculpture. So it's becoming like a jacuzzi now.
I like it.
All right, so my sculpture's coming along pretty good, I think. It ended up being more of a structure that has a roof now. The more that I added to it, it just continued to take shape. And then Caroline added the little people. I guess this is their house. This is gonna be their house in the woods.
I kind of saw it as like a wooden rock, and then there's two people sitting on the rock.
Just chilling on the rock?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like maybe a mountain. Like a wooden
Yeah, so this project can take a lot of different directions. You could, it could look like something like a person or an animal, or it could be abstract, or it could just be a shape. You could be working with shapes and colors. So this project can take a lot of different forms. Oh, yours has a circle around it. I like that, Vance.
Oh, somebody knocked it.
All right, you want to watch your shadow. Watch your shadow. All right, so explain yours. This looks like a self-portrait.
Yeah, kind of.
Is that you?
And
Alright.
the eyes are mushroom.
Uh-huh.
And the hair and the eyebrows are, was it rottenwood?
It's like pine, like a rotten pine.
Yeah.
Yep, kind of red, kind of like your hair right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, looks good.
Coming up.
So the lean-to's like getting bigger and bigger over here, huh?
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
this huge stick to use.
Nice.
So now I'm gonna like break the half of the top of it off.
Yep. And so another thing when you're working on your sculptures is to look at your sculpture from different angles. So far, I've been looking at this one kind of, I guess I take this as the front, but you know, be sure to take a break and walk around it and look at it from different angles, and also look at how the sunlight plays through your sculpture as well. So the shadows and the negative space are important as the pieces itself. So I like it. I like it. Oh, so Ella seems to be finding some moss to use in her sculpture.
There you go, Ella.
So what do we have? I like your placement. I like the way you chose to put your sculpture.
Thanks.
Yeah. Olive. No. Okay. You want to talk about it a little bit, Ella?
So we have the bigger ferns on the outside, and then we have some smaller ferns, leaves, and we have our gumballs and our moss, and then we have this flower in the middle.
What I like about it is you have the different colors of green, because you have a darker green and a lighter green.
And a yellow green.
Yeah, and then a yellow green in the middle. And then the little, like the gumballs have a good contrast too, because they're kind of red or burgundy.
Yeah.
Different texture.
Yeah, different texture too, so nice. Good job. So one thing you want to make sure that you do before your sculpture washes away or blows away is to take a good photograph of it if you can. Zoe and Carly are putting on the final touches of their sculpture. They've picked out some really nice sticks and logs. Zoe's adding some moss to it here and there.
That's a wrap from the Love Shack, even though we're not at the Love Shack. We're in the forest. That's a wrap from the Love Art Shack.
Cut. All right. Try one more time. All right, let's.
That's a wrap from Art at the Love Shack.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap of.
From Art at the Love Shack.
From Art at the Love Shack. Yes. Okay, do it again.
That's a wrap from Art at the Love Shack.
And we really hope you enjoyed our project for today, and maybe you can do some of these in your backyard. And if you do, maybe you can send us a picture.